Hey guys. Rainy day, rainy day. Rainy day pop-up. It's a rainy day pop-up. I don't know who's gonna come in. But I'm drinking my coffee while I sit here and work. Let's see if anybody wants to chat. I see somebody's in the chat. Hi, Kuya. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Yes, thank you. Shouts out to you too. It's raining here where I am. Hey, Sunday. Happy Wednesday. It's a rainy Wednesday. How are you, Sunday? I'm working while I'm talking to you guys.
No, Harlem, no cops.
Then what do you want me to do? I'm so tired of seeing women and kids caught in the crossfire.
How's the weather where you guys are? Is it nice?
It won't happen till the last of the Stokes is buried in dirt.
Hopefully it's nice. It's not nice here, but we need the rain.
Stop you. It's killer.
And that means that it's going to be
Do this the right way.
more snow going to the East Coast.
Please. Tell the police what you saw last night.
You want me to relive what you shot because
But I have on yellow, so it's sunny inside.
what that feels like. To see someone you
I'm wearing yellow so I can be the sunshine.
ripped away by
Snow flurries. Oh, wow. And we're sending more snow your way Sunday.
the side. The anger and the rage.
We're sending more snow because the snow, yeah.
Answer to war.
All this rain that we have is going to turn into snow as it moves east. It's going to hit the Midwest first.
It's just chaos.
So let's see. It's here. Today's Wednesday. Probably by this weekend it'll be in the Midwest. I love the snow too. I just don't like driving in it because people don't know how to drive. And I don't like being trapped.
You internalize it.
You know, if you live in an area where they take their time about coming to plow the snow. I don't like that part.
You're close.
We can stop by
But
doing things.
I like snow.
You'll be watching your place.
And it always feels warm right before it snows. That's how you know that it's going to snow,
We'll have to do.
because it actually has to be exactly 32 degrees Fahrenheit for snow to be created. If it's 1 degree higher or 1 degree lower, it's not the right conditions. Isn't that weird about snow? That's so weird.
It's a risk giving more than showing.
And I told you to take it.
But we're just getting rain today. And it's good because it's cleaning out the air. But I know that it's going to cause some issues because I live near the airport. And what I hear now, that's the first plane that I've heard, like, in hours. Which means that there's a lot of plane delays because of the rain here. Hey, AKA James, how are you? I am doing good. How are you today, AKA James? I like cold weather as long as I'm not necessarily outside in it. And I can have a fire in a fireplace. That's what I miss. My old house I used to have a fireplace in my old house. I don't have a fireplace in my in the townhouse. My next house, I'm gonna try to Get a house that has a fireplace. You're doing, that's good. I'm glad you are blessed. We all should be blessed. We're blessed with life. And my son has called me 2 times today from work, which means he's bored. And they don't have a whole lot to do. Because he works outside, so when it's raining, they're usually stuck inside. And he can't stand it. Feel free to introduce yourself if there's anyone in the chat that you don't know. You know what I say? No matter what the stream is, all streams are growth streams. All streams are good for networking. I'm glad. Days like today are days that I'm glad that I work from home. I'm on my second cup. I'm on my second cup right now. It's a good day to make soup, but I don't really want to make soup. I think I'm going to make some stew. I don't know when the rain's supposed to stop.
Oh my God. Good boy. Good boy.
But as you guys can see, I love rocking my purple hair. I had it up earlier in a ponytail, but the ponytail holder started giving me a headache, so I took it off and let them down. I know. We don't even have 4 real seasons anymore. Anything can happen at any time. I really think that they're jacking up with the weather systems, and they're trying to find ways that they can change the weather to what they want it to be. That's just my opinion, my theory. Because I don't know if you guys watch, but there's like other YouTube channels that show like weird things in the sky, like planes creating storm clouds, and then the chemtrails. So yeah, I don't know what climate. I don't know what. We don't even have the normal seasons based on how the planet is rotating around the sun.
Just get me to a Nancy Lou cage, please. I beg you.
I know. Yeah, I know, but why are we doing that? Why are we messing with the atmosphere? It's my question. Why are we messing with it? Why are we messing with the atmosphere?
Striation marks are unique. Probably some sort of custom-made piece.
I don't trust anything that they're up there doing.
Unsolved homicide from a few decades.
Because it can't be, for the good of all mankind.
Single gunshot wound to the chest. Bullets match.
You don't know where they're doing that and what's coming out of whatever they're putting up in the atmosphere. That's why, so many things are environmental, but it's environmental. Something is coming. I don't know what the heck they're doing. But almost every day, somebody's posting a video of some weird stuff that they're seeing up in the air in their area. Almost every day. Yep. And it's like it helps them to be better at predicting the weather. Did I finish this?
Gotcha.
Oh, I guess I did. I finished it. Yeah, they're doing something. And then I told you guys, I've talked before about the fact that SpaceX has licensing to put all these satellites up in the air. Like hundreds. Why do they need hundreds? Why do they need to have all those satellites up there? Are they putting them up there for themselves? Is it for the government? Under the rules that it's private?
And real estate projects, safe spaces for women.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Sunday.
Every time something connected to you.
You just don't know what the heck they're doing up there.
All of this is your fault.
You don't know what the heck they're up there doing.
Even killing sweet cornmeal.
It's just weird. It stopped raining for a little while now,
It wasn't
but it's gonna rain some more later.
after what we
It's supposed to be raining all day today here. Yeah, now I can hear like the planes are starting to come in. They're probably trying to get all of them down on the ground while the rain has stopped.
Beautiful. Just like I molded you.
shut up.
I hate living in an air path though,
That was me, you disloyal nigga.
because you get to hear everything going in and out of the airport. Very distracting. Very distracting. But I do think that they're doing something up in the air. I really, really do.
Her uncle is supposed to be her daddy.
I don't think that we can trust them,
Walk slowly, Pete.
you know?
She is clear.
Just like when they're supposedly spraying for like med flies or whatever, when they did that stuff, when you used to do that stuff here in California, and then people would be getting sick from it. But it was only supposed to be for the med flies, but people got sick. See, it's that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna do that one.
Everyone who want to know you're alive. Huh? Where you been?
I'm just looking.
Make the
Let
comment.
me see. I don't know if I want to do review hers right now. She always screws her files up.
What does it cost?
After what my family did,
Hey, Lori.
I owe you.
It's a rainy day here where I am.
Nightshade, poison your internal.
It's a good day for crocheting too.
On my day,
Except I have to work.
Not good.
I cheated death before.
And maybe you'll cheat it again. But right now, you're living on credit.
Yeah.
The credit's good, yeah.
If I didn't have to work, it would be a good day for doing something like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, with the rain here in Cali, it's going to be moving east. I figure it'll probably hit the Midwest by the weekend. And the East Coast will get it by the end of the weekend. Yeah.
Same markings and everything.
I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, too. Because I think this storm system is supposed to be moving through today and tomorrow.
On Priscilla. DA's not gonna touch anything with Scar saying on it with a 10-foot pole. Fine.
It's not cold right now here. The last one that came through, which I think is what you guys are experiencing with the cold, with the snow, that one was a cold one. That was a cold front. So yeah, it would be colder. This is warmer. So maybe
Hell, I'm not gonna make her go back, okay?
maybe it'll just be slushy. Maybe it won't be so much snow.
Give her whatever she needs.
Maybe it'll be rain when it hits the east.
Just take a Nazi's body back to Jamaica and be done with this.
But I don't know, when it hits that cold air, it's probably going to turn to snow.
Anywhere if Mariah didn't murder him in cold blood.
Yeah, see, The sun is out, but it's behind the clouds.
Okay? Just not like this.
And it was overcast yesterday too.
Look, she just wants to go home.
I haven't seen any sun today.
Sorry, mister.
It's just overcast, you know, just cloudy. It's just a cloudy day. And it's been, you know, like raining off and on. It'll be, you know, clear. Like right now it's no rain. And then in another hour, it'll be pouring down. Hi, Demi. Thank you for coming through. I think they are, yeah. I think that's why they're doing all that craziness up in the atmosphere. Is to keep us from getting the amount of sunlight we need to get. And that, of course, affects all of us who are more melanated. But everybody has melanin in their skin. But that can cause a vitamin D deficiency. That's why people need to be taking vitamins. People need to be taking vitamins. And don't take natural ones too. Not the Flintstone vitamins, you know, types. Yeah, you gotta take it. You gotta take vitamin D. Yeah, they're messing with the sun though. They're messing with the amount of sunlight we get. And it's very interesting that there's resistance to doing away with daylight savings time, even though most people want it to go away. But you know, it takes you have to actually have the federal government's approval to not have daylight savings time.
Mariah, I insist.
So there again, they're controlling our time. Hey, sad kid, how are you?
Alex is always He's valued, he's appreciated. Just me.
But it's cloudy outside here, and like I said, I'm starting to hear a lot of planes. I obviously wasn't hearing planes earlier because it was pouring down rain, so no planes were landing. But now I guess they're trying to get into the airport before it starts raining again. So it's noisy.
What the hell was that? Are you jealous of some shit?
Sun and moonlight. Man, you know, if they could make us pay for air, if they could find a way to make us pay for breathing, they probably would. You know, so that's true. Maybe that's why they're messing with the atmosphere, so that they can, you know, mess with the oxygen levels. You know, but of course, we all know that that's the reason why we want to have, you know, plants around us. You know, not too many, but you want to have plants around you. Because plants produce oxygen. They give off oxygen to our exhaling.
You've been a goddamn carnivore the whole time I've known you.
Yeah. So they'd have to get rid of all of the plants
You killed a bitch or what?
so that nobody had any access to plants
She could go to the cops for now.
to deal with that.
If I go down,
Now with the sun and the moon,
right next to me the whole time.
that would mean that they would basically have to cover us, you know, block out the sun and block out the moonlight.
That's why you scouted it.
Maybe that's why they're doing the stuff that they're doing, like creating cloud systems that don't exist.
It was the best part of you. I saw your face.
Thank you, sad kid. Yeah, plants. That's why, like, in the hospitals, in hospital rooms, they always they don't want to have too many plants in a hospital room because of the oxygen.
You said your first
Yeah,
is the
too much oxygen is not good.
It's easier. You were correct. You were right there for me, right?
Well, I know they're doing a lot of hybrids and stuff.
You were downstairs.
I mean, you guys know that they're already messing with, like, you know,
I've been so scared.
staple superfoods like corn and whatnot. They're making hybrids of them, and now they're trying to make hybrids of living creatures, like, you know, mixing salmon with eel to come up with some other thing that they're growing in fish farms. Yeah, those kind of things. Reason why a lot of people don't eat salmon anymore unless they know for sure that it's wild caught salmon, so that they know it's really salmon. You know, they're making it so that it doesn't even matter if you're a vegetarian, if you're not a vegetarian. They're messing with everything that people eat. But that's the reason why I always advocate that people need to start growing some of their own stuff. Just even if you live in an apartment setting or a townhouse setting where you don't have land to grow, get those big tubs and start putting plants in them. You can grow plants in the windowsill in your kitchen for some of your herbs. There's certain vegetables that you can grow even in an apartment setting,
A woman knows
so that you know where some of your stuff is coming from.
I just wish I had pulled the trigger on Comanche's snitching black ass. I would have popped him twice in the gut, so he could bleed out slow. And you
I know. It's all these different, I mean, people don't eat, what is that one? Tilapia, because of all the videos that have been floating around the internet about that. You know, certain fish people don't want to touch. You know, I mean, after you watch certain videos on how, you know, chickens are treated, it makes you, you know, if you're a chicken eater, you might not eat so much chicken, or you may not eat chicken at all. I mean, it's crazy because our ancestors, you know, didn't even eat meat. That's something that developed, you know, as we developed, and once we discovered fire, you know, once we were able to create fire, then we became meat eaters. But man was not originally a meat eater. That's why our teeth can't tear into meat unless it's cooked. We were not carnivores.
thought you left town.
Did you do?
You know, but
Did I do what?
The restaurant.
as we expanded around the earth from the continent of Africa, we started eating all kinds of things in order to survive.
Goddamn match. And pull the trigger.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of vegan stuff out there, but you just have to, you know, you just have to really look at what it is, because even with things like those Impossible burgers and stuff, a lot of vegans don't even eat that because it's soy based, and a lot of vegans do not, you know, like soy. Even that other one, which the Beyond Meat, that one too, same thing, soy based.
She's gotta go.
Yeah, my best friend, who's been a real vegan since our 20s. Yeah, she won't eat the Impossible burger either, because it's soy. It's really, things like that are made to get people who normally like to eat meat. to be more, to have a more plant-based diet, but I wouldn't be eating a whole bunch of them.
The two of you need for talk. The need for talk.
Yeah, all of that stuff is soy based. You know? And you know, the soybean has gotten a bad rap, but I can't drink soy milk. I drink almond milk.
Thank you for keeping me on this safe. The kindness.
Yeah, they're trying to wean people off of meat, but I mean, the real key is just to make sure that you have a larger intake of plant-based products like vegetables and stuff in your diet. You know, have a more greens in your diet than meat. You know, that's all it really is. I mean, you know, being a vegan or vegetarian is not for everybody.
I'd love to see you and I kill each other. But the story.
Well,
Son's a good guy.
they may be
I can't let
putting stuff in our things, and it may be making subtle changes. I don't know, you know.
you like me.
But I'm not a steak eater. I'm not really a steak eater. I'm not really a red meat eater anyway. But I do like bacon every once in a while. I like to have some bacon. Every once in a while, I gotta have some bacon. Bacon makes everything better. That's just my thought. So, but I don't really eat steak a lot.
Mix it up again.
I don't really eat hamburgers a lot either.
Don't walk away this time.
Every time I eat a burger,
Feel me.
I remember why I don't eat burgers a lot.
Let me
Because it just, yeah. And if you eat the burger with the bread, then it takes longer for it to get through your system. You know, meat is harder for everyone to digest. Really? Never know. We never been out there. Oh yeah, in some of the places. Yeah.
Why are you following me?
I know.
Looking for you at the barbershop.
I don't eat. Now see, here's the thing about me. Every once in a while, I'll eat a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, even though I know they're no good for me.
That's not gonna do anything.
But I never eat Burger King
It's out of control. Somebody
Whoppers.
take it over. Harlem doesn't need a sheriff anymore.
But I think that's because when I was in high school, I worked at Burger King. And most people who work at whatever fast food restaurant it is that you work at usually lose a taste for their food. And I think that's what it is with me with Burger King. But I still like their chicken sandwich. But I won't eat the Whoppers. I don't even like the smell of them. Yeah, and then you have to worry about whether they cook the meat right. So I don't tend to eat. Most of the time, if I have a burger, I made it myself at home. Made it from scratch. And then usually I'll get my meat from the meat counter versus the stuff that they pack out in the thing. Yeah. Then at least I know the butcher had something to do with it, because I see him grinding it. More people, that's one of the reasons why I just encourage people to have their own urban gardens and grow some of their own stuff if you can. You know, at the times of the year that you can. With me being in California, I can do it easier, because I can grow stuff, pretty much year round. there's something I can grow at all times of the year. But even if you live in another part of the country where that's not possible, there's certain things that you can grow inside. Tomatoes, potatoes are easy to grow. We all remember that we, did the potato plant experiment when we were in elementary school, if they still do that. I mean, they did it when I was. So potatoes are like the easiest thing to grow. It's really good. It's really easy to grow greens. They have some that are like summer greens that grow really, really good and are harvested they're fast harvests. They grow in about a month, and usually you can plant them like in late July, and then you'll have them all through the fall for like 3 months. They just keep growing over and over. Strawberry plants are good. There's fruits and vegetables that people can grow, and the things that I'm talking about are things that you can grow, like even in an apartment setting with those big tubs. I know, but they did do. That was one of the things that I was really happy about with our last first lady, 44's wife, Michelle. She really emphasized that. And a lot of schools have adopted that. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of schools in some of the in cities where they're teaching kids how to grow different things. Like I know, like here, there's in the South Bay area outside of Los Angeles, in some of the smaller cities, communities right outside, they have like these programs that they started when the Obamas were in office, and these kids have continued those, and they even take these vegetables and they go in and they sell them at the local farmers market. And then they also use some of them for their lunch at the school. They give kids vegetables on Monday at school? Wow. That's crazy. 1 day a week? What do they think's going on? And see, that's really sad, because for a lot of kids don't eat. They may, especially if they're in lower economic, some of them eat most of their food when they're at school, and that might be the only their main opportunity to have vegetables. But some of the vegetables are not that expensive. Wow. Well, that doesn't make any sense, Sunday. That doesn't make any sense to do that to the kids. What's the purpose? That's not even serving the purpose. I mean, most of us, grew up in a time where it was really emphasized, to eat properly. They had health classes and stuff in school, and they had nutrition classes, to help their kids. I don't even think they do any of that anymore. I don't think they even do any of that. They've taken, the PE out of the schools, but then you don't give the kids healthy alternatives while they're at school, knowing that might be their main meal. Hey, Darren. Oh, they get fruits and juices. Okay. That's good.
And I have customers whatever you're offering. And increasing real estate opportunities to wash them.
Well, you don't see. That's the thing. People don't really have to change their diet. You just need to introduce people. People who aren't eating the right things. They just need to introduce more plants into their diet. I'm not advocating that the whole world become vegan. I'm just saying that we need to have more greens in our diets because number one, that also helps with this crazy high blood pressure and diabetes that is rampant within the Black community. And the interesting thing is that things like diabetes and this hypertension stuff, a lot of those things are now present on the continent of Africa where they weren't before because they're starting to eat the same way we eat. And what does that tell you? It tells you a whole lot about the eating habits in the West. Wow, see. You make dinner your biggest meal. And I generally, but some people make hey Uppity.
Nicely done.
How are you, Uppity Unicorn? Yeah. But they say that you really should make lunch your biggest meal and have a smaller dinner, just because of the fact that dinner is the thing that you have closest to when you're going to sleep, and we tend to digest less when we're sleeping, slower. Oh, no problem. Anytime. You've been fasting? You've been fasting? I do too, Darren. I do too. 1 day a week, I do. Automatically. But that's just living a fasting lifestyle, just incorporating it as part of your lifestyle. And that's a good thing to do because it helps, you to not retain as many toxins, but it's also good to do detoxes on a regular basis too. Every once in a while, just to make sure that we're keeping our systems clean of all the junk. But I don't suggest the ones where they have you, homebound for several days. I suggest the ones that are less abrasive, on your system.
Feds are the only ones who can make a profit from all the gun connections. Should be easy to build a federal case.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, like I know a lot of people, a lot of churches in January after all of the holiday season, and people have been doing all their gorging and eating and stuff. A lot of churches do January is like a month of fasting and consecrating, taking certain things out of their diet, doing that 30-day period and being more plant-based. I know my church does that. Some other churches do that, and that, it's a good thing to start off the new year, on a healthier stance. But for me, I just think it should be something we're doing all the time. I just think that, to set aside a time, and here's my thing, even if it's only a half-day fast, and only drinking water, waiting until midday to break the fast, doing that sometimes is good. Hey, Raining Woman, how are you? Thank you for coming. Yeah, but it's just good. It is, I don't push people to become vegans. Like I said, I just push people to put more greens in their diets so that we are all living healthier, you know? Because black people should not have the #1 diabetes rate in the country. And type 1 diabetes is the only diabetes there is no cure for. No, I am not. I am a pescatarian. So I do like seafood. I used to be a vegan. I was a vegan when I was in my 20s for like 7 years. 100% vegan back then. But no, I just have a plant-based diet, and I just, I eat what I want, but I eat everything in moderation. And I don't eat a lot of fast food. Not at all. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of fast food, and I, obviously I'm blessed because I'm naturally, thinner, and because of my height, I'd have to gain a lot of weight for someone to notice I even gained weight, but I don't generally gain a lot of weight. I kind of linger right in one weight range. It's hard for me to pick up a lot of pounds because I don't eat a whole lot of what is going to make me pick up a lot of pounds, which is my favorite food. Potatoes. Potatoes, yeah. I love French fries, but French fries love my thighs. So I don't eat a whole lot of French fries. I tried the Impossible Burger one time, and it really did taste like it was meat. I tried the Fat Burgers version. I haven't tried the Whopper, Impossible Whopper. I haven't tried that one. I tried the Fat Burgers Impossible Burger, and it did taste like it was meat. It tasted like meat. So, it was good. It was good for some junk food. But to some of these places like Slutty Vegan, who has really great food, but all that stuff is soy based that they're doing. They're using they're either using the Impossible Burger or they're using the Beyond Meat. They're using one of those, which are both soy based. But they're, advocating people eating healthier, but the foods that they're giving you are the, junk food kind of stuff. And it's more catering towards people who are not necessarily living a plant-based lifestyle in the first place. It's just to gravitate more of them into it, but you got to be really disciplined if you want to be 100% vegan. It's good. It's, now versus, when I was 100% vegan, they have a whole lot more choices than they did back then. But it's a commitment. Yeah, I know their process. I'm good. Like I said, I tried it once. It tasted good. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get an Impossible Burger. It was okay. And I still haven't had that Popeyes chicken sandwich. Matter of fact, I haven't even been near Popeyes because of that chicken sandwich. I like other stuff at Popeyes. And did you guys hear that McDonald's is trying to come up with their own spicy chicken sandwich to compete? They're trying to come up with their own to compete. Yep, that's what they're doing. They need to bring back the Mighty Wings, though. I like the Mighty Wings. Because the Mighty Wings were the actual real. Then McDonald's actually had real chicken. It was like, the Mighty Wings with the bomb.
Oh, I know that.
They can bring those back. But I mean, what are they going to do to their chicken sandwich to make it compete with Chick-fil-A and now Popeyes?
You know that drug lab you went on with the Chinese? They shut it down.
You know? Because isn't their chicken sandwich on their dollar menu? The chicken sandwich is on their dollar menu, I think. I think their dollar. Yeah, I think they cost $1. So they'd have to have real chicken, because in the McDonald's McChicken, isn't that like processed chicken meat all glued together or something? Yeah. They'd have to do something to it, because in its present state, no bueno.
I have always lived my
It's $7. Oh, you buy it at Costco for $7?
I saved you twice.
I haven't been to Costco in actually in a couple of months. I usually only go over to Costco to buy gas, but I should go over there now because it's Christmas, quote unquote, season. See what stuff they have on a good deal.
You have no idea what to do.
I don't know. I'm glad it stopped raining for a little while here. I don't know how long we're gonna get this break.
I'm already doing it, but just half he gets. Up close.
And I'm just finishing up this work.
You are my dark chocolate Boy Scout.
And
Relationship.
I've been out in these YouTube streets. I've been seeing stuff. Y'all, some people just need to stop
I used to date him.
with these long, like, who has time to do a 9-10 hour lives? Who has time to do those? I just don't understand. And they're not even having, okay, so let me back up. The last 9 or 10 hour one I saw, that one was productive. But then the one I saw last night, not so productive. It just going round and round about the same old stuff. More and more about who's doing what to who. Does it really take 9 or 10 hours to and a million people jumping up on your platforms to do that? Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I know most of us, no problem solving. Absolutely none. No resolution. Just name calling or, talking about how many subscribers so-and-so has versus how many subscribers I have. Who cares? And, it just doesn't make any sense.
Wow. This Bushmaster one was really good.
It is whack. It is whack, Darren. I mean,
You two are done with each other.
but unfortunately, apparently this stuff trends when they have these long things, and it pops up in my thing, and I'm like, okay, so, and I'll go look, and then I'm like, I just shake my head. But I'm hoping for brighter days where everybody's like us, where we're just out here just, having fun, or we're giving some knowledge in our chats, or we're networking. That's the best way to do things, you know?
From the windows to the wall.
And to,
Gotta be
as Elsa said, let it go. Or try to let it go. But I understand some people can't let things go. Some people can't let things go. And, you know, some people, they don't have a life off of YouTube. I'm starting to recognize that. Because that it has to be that they don't have anything else going on. They're not even looking at anything else on YouTube but the drama. Yeah. I mean, I'm all over YouTube. I go in the autism sector. I'm in the tech sector. I'm over in the gaming sector. I'm over in, you know, some of the international ones. I go into the how-to where people are showing you how to do stuff. I'm looking at all the techie stuff. And I'm looking at the channels where their whole channel is about how you can be better on YouTube. That's the stuff that I'm looking at. That's what I look at. And what I notice is as I look at more and more of that kind of stuff, YouTube suggests more and more of that kind of stuff, you know, that I don't have to go search for. Yeah. So I'm having fun. I'm growing my channel organically, you know. Sometimes I'm talking about something interesting. Sometimes I'm talking about absolutely nothing, you know. And sprinkled in there, I'm giving y'all some knowledge about autism continuously. So that's the way that I do it. But I mean, I can't help but see things that are going on around me on YouTube because I'm a content creator. And, you know, even though people, you know, think that the stuff, well, it doesn't have anything to do with you because you're not in this, it still affects other people that are within the sector. You know, just like if there's a part of the black people on YouTube that are dealing with a certain kind of thing, even though you may not be dealing with that kind of stuff, it still affects you because you're around, you're technically in that same sector, you know, and you're going to see the stuff floating by, you know. And then unfortunately, some of the people that are involved in some of this stuff are people that, you know, whose channels we support. So that's why we're seeing this stuff. Some, you know, it is what it is. I certainly hope so. Because I'm like, who the hell has that kind of time? You know? And then they have to go back and make all of their chats 18 and above so that, you know, to make sure that no children actually come wandering upon them. You know, and I mean, for me, if it's a 9 or 10 hour chat and at the end of that 9 or 10 hours, there's some type of resolution, you know, or some knowledge gained, then that's a good thing. But that's not what's happening in the majority of them. I'm not saying that's with all of them because I don't have time to go listen to all of them. I'm saying, but in some of the ones that I have seen. Some of the ones that I have seen, there has been resolution at the end of it. So it was worth them doing, you know, their long thing. But, you know, for me, some of that stuff is stuff they could probably be doing in the back chat and not be putting on public display for all of YouTube to see. But I guess they're doing that to prove a point because of so much stuff that was happening in the back chat situations that has caused this whole situation to come to a head so now we all are privy to it and we all know what was going on, you know. But like I said last night, teachable moments. Teachable moments.
It's worth it.
I know. And that's, you know, that's what I'm saying. That stuff is just crazy to me Sunday. And, you know, it really shouldn't be that personal. But that's what the doxings unfortunately have done. You know.
Everybody moved here. One of Cottonmouth's guys, Tony, was reckless.
I know that's, you know, that's what we were talking about last night. That is my major concern with those situations is that they won't stay on YouTube, that they will come off of YouTube, and then somebody's gonna get hurt in real life. You know, that's what my concern is. But, you know, hopefully the dust will settle soon. You know, and those of us who are content creators that are actually involved in that stuff will go back to creating content. And, you know, along with those of us who have continued to create our content while this other stuff has been going on. You know, because there's so many good channels, and some of them are involved in this stuff, which is unfortunate. So they're busy defending themselves or busy getting on here talking about things because people are dropping stuff in their comments or people are posting up videos. And it's like, y'all see me, I'm just like, I just shake my head. You know, and maybe because I'm old, you know, according to some of the young folks, I'm a grandma. I'm okay with that. I could be somebody's grandmother, honestly. I know Sunday, I just watch YouTube channels that I like. They don't have to be one that's by someone who happens to be black. I really don't care. I care about the content. And that's what we all should be here for. Content. And to have fun. Oh yeah, I know. I'm in a lot of the gardening channels. I'm all over looking at crocheting and knitting videos. I'm looking at the crafters. People are coming, you know, doing stuff, you know, how to make things handmade, the DIY, everything. The art channels, because I like to draw. Yep, I'm everywhere. I love you. I love you, Raining Woman. Say my name, say my name. Yep. I learned from so many people, and it's like, you know, I'm a nerdy girl, so I'm definitely not going to be all up in the drama. And shoot, Rainy Woman, I love the stuff you be doing on your channel. Shoot, you stay over there with all the techie people. I'm like, I need to hang out with her. I was like, and then there's a couple of other ones. It's a couple of other ladies that, you know, hang out all up in the techie world. You know, I go over and check out Over. Darren's stuff, all you guys, when y'all having these techie conversations. I may not understand everything, but I'm listening. I'm listening so I can learn. You know, because I'm trying to learn some coding right now. I'm taking one of them coding classes online. And then if I can get my son to focus, they have a coding class for people who are on the autism spectrum that they have here in California. That's actually one of the founders of the place is actually on the autism spectrum. Yep, the marketing channels. Yep. I go on the investment channels too. Like one of the people I like, Mike the Investor. Check him out. He has a lot of stuff on his channel, and then there's this attorney that's on here that has a really big channel. There's lots and lots on YouTube, you know, because someone was making a point. I don't know what chat it was on that I was listening to a playback of, but they made a very good point. People used to go to Google and Yahoo for information, and now people go to YouTube for information, for a lot of information, and then they're coming across this other stuff that's going on too when they're coming on here looking for information. So that's why, you know, those of us who are on the outside are like, come on, we don't want this to be what people see when they come to YouTube. We want them to be seeing something else, you know. Yeah, I don't do well with subliminal messages either, Raining Woman, and I don't have a good poker face. How I feel, kind of like, you know, when I'm on screen, you can see exactly how I feel. You know, I'm not that kind of person, and then I don't do subliminal messages in the chat. A lot of these things, I just listen to what they're doing. Yep, exactly, Darren. Come on over to the sunshine side. You know, people are looking at this is a resource. YouTube is a resource for a lot of people. So what we want to do is, you know, as content creators, make our channel a resource. You know, that's what I try to do. Like with my vlogs are hopefully a resource for other people about autism based on, you know, what I've gone through. Oh yeah, I know that, Sunday. I'm about that life too, unfortunately. You know, because if they don't know anything about autism, people know that autism moms, we're crazy. We ain't rap type yet when it comes to our kids. We are crazy when it comes to our kids. Yep. That's the one person where I will lose it, where I will cuss somebody out. Yeah, I'll come all out of character about my kid. You know. And I don't want to be that girl, you know. And, you know, but I've had to do that in real life, you know. So I don't want to be doing that on YouTube. I have to do that in real life, you know, for my son. So I don't need to be doing that on YouTube. On YouTube, I need to be giving people knowledge and everything so that it makes life easier for people who are coming up with autism or who are adults with autism. And there are quite a few adults who have channels on YouTube with autism, and they don't all say that they have autism because all of their channels are not about autism, you know? Yeah, I understand. I understand, Sunday. My mom is gone to glory. So what can they say about somebody who's not even here? And matter of fact, she's been gone since a long time. I started my channel when she died, because technically my channel started in 2011 when I posted a video which is now on private and nobody can see it because I'm not going to get a copyright strike for it. That was a tribute to my mom, but it had music in it, so I don't have it out there anymore. The other video that I have out there is, you know, when I used to do band stuff, and we had a band thing in our thing. Exactly, Jen, exactly. I know. You're right about that, Darren. You're right about that. You know, I feel that's what my channel is. It's a resource for people, you know, who want to know about the experience of being an autism parent or dealing with autism as a caregiver. But one of the things that I have noticed is that some of the autism channels that have their kids on it, not all of them, but some of them are some of the ones where they no longer can get comments. I don't know if their channels have been, I don't think that their channels are going to be demonetized because their channels are not aimed at children. They're really aimed at parents and stuff, but people can no longer leave comments on those channels. You have to either go on those people's community tabs, if they have one, which thankfully most of the autism channels that I know of have more than 1,000 subs, so most of them have a community tab. But like one of the ones that I was looking at called Vincentville, they're a monetized channel, but you can't comment on their thing. And so they put a note in their community tab telling people that if you want to comment on their videos, you have to go to their Instagram or put it in their community tab or put it on their Facebook. So I'm wondering how this stuff is going to affect them. I really wonder how this is going to affect those channels like that. You know, because they're talking about kids, but you know, a kid with autism, and he's obviously featured on their channel, you know, but it's not aimed at children, and there are autism ads all over YouTube. I've seen them. So I think that they should be okay. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I guess we'll find out in a few days how it impacts those channels like that. Oh, you guys, come on now. Come on, y'all. Let's be cool, and let's be cool in the chat. Please, please, please. I didn't even see that, Raining Woman. I don't know what's going on between you and Miss Sunday. But please, Miss Sunday and Miss Raining Woman, please don't, whatever's going on, can you please not do it in this chat? I would ask. That's all I'm asking. I don't know what it is, and it's really not my business. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. But I just want people to be respectful in the chat. Everybody be respectful of each other in this chat. Okay, well let's just be cool. I don't know what happened. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened because I can go back up the chat and see, but. Okay. All right. Maybe y'all are reading into comments. I don't know what happened. But let's just all be peaceful. Let's just be zen up in here. Woo. There's too much we all dealing with off of YouTube, especially those of us who are caregivers. We got stuff we dealing with off of YouTube. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the stuff that's going on
Allergies.
with this person that is our current president. So today, in those hearings, I just watched the opening hearings where they had those the law professors on there. Yeah, woosah, that's right. Where they had those law professors on there, and it's very interesting. It appears like this man might get impeached.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
It just appears to me like they are going to impeach him come hell or high water. And here's where I am. I think that he did something. I'm just not sure how far he took it. Exactly. You know me. I'm a peacemaker. I like to stay in this side. Y'all don't. I said I don't ever want to be on the other side. I said y'all do not want to see that other side of me. I like to be a nice person. I like to remember that I'm saved at all times. It helps. But yeah, I think they're trying to make him go down with this thing. We'll see what happens though, because the Judicial Committee are the ones who are going to make the decision, and I don't know who's running that. That's what I'm saying. The actions, he's like straddling that fence right there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess depending on how you want to view it, you can view it as impeachable, or you can view it as he's close but not there. It just depends on how you're looking at it. And and most of the Republicans choose to of course go with he didn't really do nothing like that. But it just seems that everyone had this understanding about what was going on. You had two, generals or lieutenant generals get up there. So I don't know. I'm catching it off and on as it proceeds. But I'm not going to make it, the bane of my existence. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He has all eyes on us, but in the wrong way. All eyes on us. Now, how do you guys think about Miss Kamala Harris dropping out of the presidential election? Do y'all think she's just positioning herself so that hopefully somebody picks her as a running mate for vice president?
Slow you roll.
I don't know.
I ain't decided how I feel about you yet.
I personally think that she needs to go ahead and just chalk this one up, wash her hands, let it go until the next one. Maybe by then she'll be ready. And maybe by then some people's memories of what she did in California will have faded. Okay, I'll see you later, Darren. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through, Darren. Appreciate. Yeah, but I'm going to see what happens with her. And then I'm surprised that Corey guy is still hanging on. I'm surprised that Corey guy is still hanging on. I'm telling y'all, the only thing I know about him is that he's dating Rosario Dawson. I still don't. I think he's trying to make himself, like 44, but it's not going to happen. You know? It's not going to happen. It's going to be one of these, it's going to be one of those white people. And you better hope it's not Buttigieg. Yep, better hope it's not him who ends up getting it, because he has a hard-on for churches that do not agree with same-sex marriages and wants to pull everybody's nonprofit status from him if he becomes president. So he don't care about freedom of religion. Yeah, I think, and people think that she's trying to position herself to be a vice president candidate, but I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that whoever ends up being the Democratic candidate is going to pick her. Because I think that the Democrats don't think that that's going to, I don't think that they think that she'll be strong enough to help whoever it is to pull, you know, the minority vote, because most of us don't trust her. So I don't know how she would help anybody's ticket, you know, from that standpoint, even though she tries to act like she's power to the people. No, she's not. She's not. She's not. She is definitely not. In addition to the fact that her husband's not black, so, you know, need I go on? She has no incentive to be about us. And just because one of your parents was black does not mean that you are for us. I'm just looking to see what it is saying. Oh, I finished this. Give me 1 second. Let me push this through. Gotta push this through. To the next team, my boss. Because I'm the last set of eyes that sees it before he presents it to our client. Let me see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Miss Kamala. But I think I'm going to get off of here because I think I'm going to go grab something to eat. And I will be back on later, guys. I just wanted to kind of come on here and just, you know, check in with my peoples. See how y'all's doing. And I find that more people are able to jump in if I come on during the day. So I'm doing more of these. But I hope everybody has a good rest of your afternoon. And I will be back on later on tonight. Maybe sooner than later. All right, guys. All right, everybody. Until then, peace from the West Side, everybody.